Hi, how are you? Well, welcome back to Memphis on the Move, this time presented by Methodist Labana Healthcare. On behalf of Greater Memphis Chamber, we will highlight people and companies who offer a forward-leaning approach to the growth of our great city. We'll also share a closer look at what makes Memphis attractive for economic growth, innovation, and expansion, as well as talent retention, tourism, education, good health, and great business. We launch the 2019 with President of the Greater Memphis Chamber, Beverly Robertson, with discussions about building a strong foundation for the future of Memphis, the 2019 Workforce Summit, and accelerating growth by the numbers. First, Mrs. Robertson, congratulations on becoming president of the Greater Memphis Chamber.
Thank you very much, and I am awesomely honored to serve in this capacity, because in this capacity, I think we can work together to drive transformational change in Memphis.
Now, first, what we want to talk about is building a strong foundation for the future of Memphis. Now, I know the Chamber is the voice of the business and the lead sales and marketing agency for economic development in Memphis and Shelby County. What's the focus?
Well, we are focusing on a couple of things. One, we are identifying those particular areas of focus for attraction of business. And a couple of years ago, we worked with Memphis Tomorrow, the Epicenter, Edge, Greater Memphis Chamber, combined our resources to really fund something called a mass economics study. That economic study identified those companies or those industries that would do the best job of being aligned with the assets that we have in Memphis. And so we came up with three major areas of focus, and those included medical devices industry, transportation and logistics, which everyone can see, and then a new one is food tech and ag tech, which we are centrally located to really take advantage of the opportunities associated here. So now, not only do we not have to wait on people to come to us, we can proactively go and really begin to market and recruit those businesses that would do a great job and be successful and bring great job opportunities into the Memphis marketplace.
Absolutely love that. Now, what's the Chamber's party coming together under the umbrella of the Memphis and Shelby County Regional Economic Alliance to push that plan forward?
Well, we are clearly the marketing and recruitment arm of that alliance. And what I mean by that is we go out and talk to site selectors all over the country and all around the world to sell the assets to them about Memphis. And sometimes it takes a period of time for those things to come to fruition, but you keep working and working. So we go out and we sell. The closers are the edge folks, because they provide the incentives and pilots and tax abatements and those things that would be attractive and competitive. Because what I will say to your audience is we got lots of competition coming from Arkansas and certainly South Haven. They have infrastructure ready sites and they're giving away the store. So we've got to be competitive, and the study of mass economics helps us to do that in a more systematic way.
And real quickly, but that's still, even though we have competition, it's nothing like Memphis.
Oh, Memphis is the epicenter of all things going on in this area. And what I will say to people who still have sort of a sad and sorry narrative about this market, but look around and open your eyes and look at all the wonderful development opportunities that are occurring here in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, if you look at what happened at the end of last year, the companies that we attracted, you know, Memio, Indigo Ag, FedEx Logistics is locating downtown and expanding their base of folks. J&J Trucking is expanding and creating a headquarters out in the old Mall of Memphis area. So we're beginning to push the economic prosperity out into the neighborhoods and into the communities, and we need to do a good bit more of that.
So many good things, so many great things, but we are not done with Mrs. Robertson. Please come back when Memphis on the Move comes back, because we have more conversation with Mrs. Robertson. Memphis on the Move. Be back shortly.
Would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
I would rather go to the mountains.
I'd rather go to the beach. Favorite movie genre?
Comedy, for sure. What's your favorite?
I love a good action film.
Night owl.
Early bird.
Basketball.
Football.
Pancakes.
Waffles.
Have you ever had a medical procedure?
Yes, I had a kidney transplant at Methodist.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Today is my 9-month anniversary of my kidney transplant.
No place I'd rather be when it came to get my transplant, but at Methodist.
Take Computer Systems is your authorized Apple service provider, recognized as the Mid-South's go-to tech company for fast, quality computer service. Here at Take Computer Systems is where you'll find the highest qualified technicians and great customer service with the fastest turnaround time. So come see us for broken screens, data transfers, virus removals, upgrades, and more. We provide and repair all brands of PCs and Apple products. So make sure you don't wait. Take it to Tate.
Begin a new and exciting career as a truck driver with training at Olympic Career Training Institute. Get your Class A CDL truck driving license in just 4 weeks and starting salary making up to $50,000 a year. Must be 21 years of age and have a valid driver's license. The class is also background friendly and job placement assistance is available. Class is filling up fast. Secure your enrollments. Don't wait. Call today. 901-350-6284. Olympic Career Training Institute.
Hello, welcome to Christ Community.
I immediately felt something different. You know, it's loving care because loving is living up to their name. It's complete care with medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy right in my community. Loving care for your body, mind, and spirit. Call 901-842-3160 or log on to christcommunityhealth.org for an appointment. Christ Community Health Services. Healing with soul.
Thanks for coming back. We are back with Greater Memphis Chamber President Beverly Robertson. This year, the Chamber will host a huge workforce summit. Now, can you give us an overview of this initiative, Mrs. Robertson?
I certainly can. You know, we have looked at research data that would suggest that we have about 15,000 to 21,000 jobs that are available in the marketplace for which we don't have skilled employees. So this workforce summit is designed to bring together a set of partners to be able to put together a summit that would allow us to identify, train, and scale up or upskill between 5,000 and 10,000 people for the jobs that exist in the marketplace. Before we do that, however, we need to conduct some research because that research needs to define in what industries are those jobs, how many jobs are there technically available, and what are the skill sets required to make an individual proficient in those particular jobs. We already know that there is a base of people in this marketplace who are underemployed or who are unemployed, some that have been out of the workforce for a long time, but that is still human capital that we can take and train and get them prepared to assume jobs both today and in the future. So this summit is designed to bring together partners in the education and technical training side, youth opportunity organizations that service those young people who are out in the marketplace. They may have jobs that are making less than they need to make to be able to take care of their families. And then, of course, adult opportunity programs, which would include ex-offenders. It would also include veterans who are out here, who've come back home, they've served their country, but they can't find good, solid employment. So our summit is designed to work with the partners to create the kind of training programs or scale them up so that we can prepare those individuals to assume good paying jobs in the marketplace, both today as well as in the future.
Absolutely, love it. Now, we are excited to see the Chamber at work in this level in order to better engage our community's needs. Now, please let everybody know when the Workforce Summit is going to take place.
It's going to take place in October. We're looking at around the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 24th. Those areas we'll know a little bit more concretely in future shows, but we want to pump that up and promote it because we do know that there are lots of individuals who need it. And the interesting thing this year is that this is the first time we will be doing the summit, but I have received calls from the community of faith who want to be engaged because they are located everywhere. And if anybody knows where these young people are who need a job or who are underemployed or unemployed, it's going to be the parents that attend those churches that are located all across the Memphis community. I don't care if it's Orange Mound or Smoky City or Voodoo Village or Fraser. There are folks out here who need a decent paying job to be able to sustain and care for their households. And that is what this summit is intended to do. Over the next 18 to 24 months, we want to upskill anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people to assume jobs.
Wow, absolutely amazing. And real quickly, what is the first reaction and response that you get from people when you tell them about this summit? Because I'm pretty sure they're just thankful and just grateful and all kinds of things.
They are really amazed at the work of the chamber. And I think it also creates a different perspective of the value of the chamber. I don't know anybody that we've told this to that is not interested in being a key player at this summit. And interestingly, I spoke at a national workforce conference in Washington, D.C. I was on the presentation podium with Agape and MATA and Workforce Investment Network. And when we talked about it, a young lady from Denver came up to me and she said, I want to bring my whole team to Memphis. We're doing nothing like this. You all could be a national model. And I had a conversation with her today. They are so excited about coming to the summit with her whole team. And she wants to also invite the Chamber of Commerce in Denver here, some people in the business community there. Who knows? This may be a national model that other communities may want to replicate.
Well, we do know Memphis, people like to follow our lead. We are leaders.
Oh, we are leaders and others follow.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
Now, another great segment with Mrs. Beverly Robertson, the president of the Greater Memphis Chamber. Memphians on the Move. Almost done, but we're not done yet. We have much more coming when Memphians on the Move returns. Come back with us, please.
Come back.
Today is my grand opening. Just the start of a new beginning for Big Mamas and Grannies. Big Mamas and Grannies was actually my big mama and my granny. Everything that they instilled in me, I want to give to others. We specialize in Southern soul to American tradition with a Cajun and Creole twist.
You have to eat the food.
That chicken salad is remarkable.
The macaroni and cheese is literally the best thing you've ever put into your mouth.
My favorite food is macaroni and cheese.
Tanaka represents where passion and perseverance meets resources. Memphis has tons of talented people with gifts. They just don't have the resources to fund those gifts. So I think Tanaka's story represents what Memphis can be.
Pathway Lending is one of those organizations that provide the necessary financing to women-owned businesses and black-owned businesses, even veterans as well. We're in a place that we can provide finances necessary to grow a community from within.
Pathway is a really important partner because they're nationally recognized experts in distribution of capital to emerging businesses. Together, we solve a very significant challenge for entrepreneurs in Memphis.
Everything that you see in here today, the funding from Pathway Lending allowed me to do that. This has really allowed my vision and my dreams to really come true. A lot of times because you're a woman, you're seen unable to do. So I've always had that determination of nothing can stop me. I'm gonna keep pushing. I wish that everybody in the city of Memphis knew about Epicenter and Pathway Lending. If I'd never gotten a phone call from Epicenter, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't.
Thanks for coming back to Memphians on the Move. Now, momentum in Memphis is on the rise right now. What are your thoughts on accelerating growth, Mrs. Robertson?
Well, we have done so much over the last few months since I've been there. We were recognized by the state of Tennessee and nationally as the largest contributors to the state's gross domestic product, contributing $58.8 billion to the coffers of the state. Now, you've got to know that that's being led by our biggest employer, Federal Express, and aren't we glad to have you here? And I'll say that to you publicly and often and always, because what would Memphis be without the nation's greatest overnight delivery service that now has so many other divisions that it's hard for me to remember all of them. But we're happy to have them here because they employ a significant number of people, but also contributing to that GDP of the state would also include folks like AutoZone and International Paper and other companies that employ a number of people in the marketplace and contribute greatly to the economic base of the state of Tennessee. So the state of Tennessee should say thank you to Memphis, Tennessee for what we generate to them.
I've always said Memphis means man, our own little city state. Forget Tennessee if you don't want to appreciate us. But anyway, I'm sorry. It's something for something. Now, what does this mean for women in business here?
You know, Memphis is the fastest growing women-owned business city in the country. We were one of the top 3 nationally among women-owned businesses that are really generating significant successes across the nation. And I think that speaks volumes because women-owned businesses are the catalyst that's a part of this small business growth and development, which really is the engine that fuels our nation's economy. So women should feel good about that. If they have an idea, it's well thought out, they've developed a plan, they have some financing, then go for it. And you may not have all the financing you need, but every good idea deserves an opportunity to gain traction and to be successful. So women, don't be fearful about going into business because this city is ripe with opportunities for you.
And what does that say about the forward-thinking, progressive thinking, progressiveness of Memphis and exactly what the chamber does?
Well, it says that we are doing lots of things to promote and inspire businesses in the marketplace. You know, we want to have businesses to locate to Memphis. We want to be able to recruit and market to them. But we also want to build a base of locally owned small businesses, MWBE businesses that can be successful. We'd like for those businesses to get together and partner so they can secure larger contracts, because we do know that when small businesses are successful, lots of other people have an opportunity to work, cut their teeth, learn, so that they can leverage their skills even in larger settings. So Memphis is doing a great job in lots of aspects. We could do better with locally owned small businesses, and we could do better with MWBE businesses, but that's the point of opportunity for all. We want to make sure that Memphis is a market that has opportunity for all.
No doubt about it. Great insight as always from Chamber President Beverly Robertson. You're not going anywhere, right?
I'm not yet.
Hold on to you for just
a
couple of more minutes.
Just a couple of more minutes.
So she's coming back. We want you all to come back as well. Memphis on the Move is back, so you all please come back as we wrap this thing up with Mrs. Beverly Robertson. Memphis on the Move.
The Memphis branch was the second of 3 regional branches established by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, one of 12 independent reserve banks that, along with the Board of Governors in Washington, D.C., make up the Federal Reserve System, the central banking system of the United States. The Federal Reserve promotes a healthy economy and financial stability. To do that, it performs 5 important roles. 1. Keep inflation low and stable. 2. Foster a healthy banking system. 3. Provide payment services to financial institutions. 4. Support the U.S. Treasury's financial operations. And 5. Promote financial literacy and economic education. The regional branch offices help the St. Louis Fed fulfill its mission and serve as the voice of Main Street when monetary policy decisions are made. They also allow for a more efficient collection of information and deeper relationships through staff involvement in the local economies, producing a level of insight not possible from hundreds of miles away.
Hello, welcome to Christ Community.
I immediately felt something different. You know, it's love and care because loving is living up to their name. It's complete care with medical, dental, behavior health, and pharmacy right in my community. Loving care for your body, mind, and spirit. Call 901-842-3160 or log on to christcommunityhealth.org for an appointment. Christ Community Health Services. Healing with soul.
Begin a new and exciting career as a truck driver with training at Olympic Career Training Institute. Get your Class A CDL truck driving license in just 4 weeks and starting salary making up to $50,000 a year. Must be 21 years of age and have a valid driver's license. The class is also background friendly and job placement assistance is available. Class is filling up fast. Secure your enrollments. Don't wait. Call today. 901-350-6284. Olympic Career Training Institute.
Thanks for coming back. Now, Mrs. Robertson, we talked a lot about the Chamber's initiatives. Now, can you tell us more about the internal structure of the Chamber?
Yes, it's interesting because when I first came to the Chamber, one of the things I wanted to be sure of is that every staff person at the Chamber really is overwhelmingly aware of the work of the chamber. So one of the things I did, I planned an all-staff summit or retreat so that the team would know, and we have boiled it down to the work in 3 major areas: public policy, economic development, and workforce development, and those initials spell PEW. So you ought to be remembering, if I wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning and ask you what is the work of the chamber, you should tell me it falls in 3 major categories: public policy, economic development, and workforce development. And what I will say to you is we are seeking a person to manage our public policy area. We do have a lobbyist at the state of Tennessee who is working to identify legislation that hits the table that is either supportive of driving a healthy business environment or not. And if it's not, we have to lobby, to make sure that that legislation is changed, because we've got to have healthy businesses to be able to hire great people and train them for the jobs of today and the future. So we've got that public policy person that we're looking for. The second thing is economic development. That is the anchor of what all chambers around the country do. That is certainly led by Eric Miller, and he is great. He has experience in several of the marketplaces, so I'm very confident that our future will be in good hands with Eric. And of course, our workforce development is led by Ernest Strickland. His team is going to be responsible for the execution of this big workforce summit that you've heard a lot about, and they've been working very diligently to make sure that we have a fact sheet that describes it in a nutshell so that people get it quickly. And of course, we have our growth piece with Rob Recker, who is working on our membership, building new revenue streams, talking about benefits in terms of health insurance for small businesses, which, by the way, would be one of the greatest things the chamber could do, because health care costs are skyrocketing and they cost more than most businesses can afford. So we want to build some new revenue streams for the chamber, because we know in an impending recession, some of the first things that get cut are marketing dollars as well as membership. And we've got to drive the revenue streams so that we are not solely reliant on just the membership, but we have to have other ways to generate funds for the chamber, because the chamber needs to exist, because our role is important, because we're dealing with public policy, economic development, workforce development, and growth.
No doubt about it. Now, on that note, we share a note from the desk of Chamber President, Mrs. Beverly Robertson.
The Greater Memphis Chamber is dedicated to building a strong and prosperous business community in Memphis and Shelby County. We've enhanced many of our offerings at the Chamber to help our businesses build more recognition, get connected to more customers, and to find the talent they need to build a strong future. In April, we rolled out our Member Connect program. It's a simple tool that allows our members to tell us what kinds of companies or contacts they'd like to be introduced to from our membership, and could help them also build their business, use their services, or even serve as a mentor. We've enhanced our jobs board, a free benefit for our members, and introduced a resume bank so our members have access to a database of talent and resources when they need it. We've rolled out a new marketing program, including this show, Memphians on the Move, as well as a new quarterly magazine called Momentum. And later this year, we'll introduce a dynamic new digital hub that will help us tell our members' stories and share with the world why Memphis is a great place in which to invest, grow, and thrive. We're also introducing a campaign called Move Your Money to Memphis to encourage local business leaders to spend more money with our locally owned businesses. Learn more about what we're doing at memphischamber.com.
Do you like wings? Then you will love All Star, where we offer the whole wing and many more mouth-watering items. So come in and visit us at Highway 64, just east of Applin Road, or Perkins and Knight Arnold. All Star, home of the whole wing.
Would you rather go to the beach or to the mountains?
I would rather go to the mountains.
I'd rather go to the beach. Favorite movie genre?
Comedy, for sure. What's your favorite?
I love a good action film.
Night Owl.
Early bird.
Basketball.
Football.
Pancakes.
Waffles.
Have you ever had a medical procedure?
Yes, I had a kidney transplant at Methodist.
Wow, I was not expecting that. Today is my 9-month anniversary of my kidney transplant.
No place I'd rather be when it came to get my transplant but at Methodist.
All Star Hot Wings, your place to go for whole wings. Or try our jumbo cheeseburger, turkey burger, Philly cheesesteak. We've got lots for you to eat. Are you hungry? All-Star Hot Wings, Perkins Road or Highway 64.
Thanks for coming back. Ready to wrap this thing up with the final thoughts from Mrs. Robertson. Can you share with our viewers what we can expect from the Greater Memphis Chamber in terms of working policy, the economy, talent, and of course, business?
Well, we're going to do our level best at driving new business opportunities in, and we want to prepare the business community from the standpoint of thought leadership. We want to be able to attract thought leaders and global leaders to Memphis, Tennessee, to talk to businesses about what the future holds and how they need to start preparing today for a future that is positive tomorrow, because we do know technology is changing things. In the next 20 years, there will be no majority population in the United States. So all of us are going to be a part of this melting pot of what we call America. And so in order for businesses to get prepared, they need to know today. Don't wait until it hits you. We also want to make sure that we take advantage of pushing Memphis, because we have river, rail, road, and runway. Most cities don't have the 4 R's, but we do. And so that's another asset to help us attract businesses to the marketplace, because they know the logistics and transportation piece of this will be solved because of the 4 R's that we promote as an asset in business. The other thing we want to do is work consistently with small businesses, and to that extent, we want to hire somebody at the Chamber who's responsible for driving MWBE development, locally owned small business development, because if we want to see economic opportunity for all, that also includes those businesses that are out here every day, sort of in the vineyard, working very hard, and we want to provide the support they need. Plus, we want to do some research among them to say, what do you need most, and how can the Chamber help you? And once we understand what that data looks like, we need to analyze that and be able to provide it. The Chamber is a data-led organization. We build our base, and we are informed by what we know about this marketplace, both the needs now and the needs 10 years from now. So we are proactive in providing that kind of information to the business community and lobbying at the state level and national level for things that benefit a strong, healthy business operating environment.
And real quickly, we got about 30 seconds left. So much talent in Memphis, though, so you shouldn't have a problem. And other companies coming here looking for talent and people to work for these companies shouldn't have a problem either.
Absolutely not. There is a brilliance in Memphis, Tennessee. And what I will tell you is you can see it now in how all of the young people are gravitating to Memphis.
And there you have it. Another Memphian on the move, Mrs. Beverly Robertson, the president of the Greater Memphis Chamber. Thank you so much for joining us. Memphis on the Move, brought to you by Methodist Labana Healthcare. I am your host, Doc Holliday, and thank you very, very much for watching.